Welcome to the Red Cape Games Experience, the podcast where we talk about our games, game design, and what's happening in the world of independent tabletop RPGs. Each episode, we'll take a quick look at what we're working on here at Red Cape Games, along with news, new releases, and interesting games from independent creators. So grab your dice. This is the most fun you'll have fighting with your family. In this episode, you'll experience what it's like to be a cat from heaven with our new game, Kung Fu Kitties. And we'll take a look at the winners of the 2026 Ennie Awards. So, what exactly is Kung Fu Kitties? Imagine a city where the underworld is leaking into our world, demons are possessing cats, and reality itself is starting to fall apart. Naturally, heaven has the perfect solution. Teach the cats Kung Fu. Kung Fu Kitties is a tabletop RPG where you play one of these heavenly trained cats, using impossible martial arts to fight demons and restore balance to the city. And the best part? The humans have absolutely no idea what's going on. They're just trying to get through the day while cats are flying through the air, demons are being beaten senseless behind the bins, and Mrs. Henderson from number 42 is wondering why her tumble dryer has been suplexed through the wall. It's fast, ridiculous, and completely unapologetic. Kung Fu Kitties. Claw first. Groom later. And this September, you'll get your chance to become a Kung Fu Kitty. So, before we get into this year's winners, let's talk about the Ennie Awards, and why they matter. The Ennies are an annual celebration of excellence in tabletop RPGs. They recognize everything from games and supplements, to writing, artwork, rules, production, podcasts, and other RPG content. And for independent game designers, the Ennies are a pretty big deal. Why? Because the tabletop RPG industry isn't just the big names. There are hundreds of independent designers and publishers creating games that you might never hear about otherwise. An Ennie nomination puts one of those games in front of a much larger audience. And winning one can give a small publisher something that's incredibly valuable. Recognition. The awards are also community-driven. Products are submitted and reviewed by judges, finalists are selected, and then the gaming community gets to vote on the winners. So when an independent game walks away with an Ennie, it's more than just a trophy. It's the tabletop RPG community saying, hey, pay attention to this game. And that's exactly why we wanted to take a look at the 2026 Ennie winners. Let's take a look at this year's gold winners. First up is Best Adventure, Long Form. The gold went to Wiesen, City of My Nightmares, from Free League Publishing. For Best Adventure, Short Form, gold went to Whispers of the Woods, from Heltung Storytelling. Next is Best Digital Aid or Accessory. Gold went to the Crooked Moon Alchemy VTT. And Best Non-Digital Aid or Accessory went to the Crooked Moon Tarot Card Set. So, apparently, the Crooked Moon came prepared to win things. Next up, we have the Art and Community categories. For Best Art, Cover, Gold went to the Crooked Moon Standard Edition hardcover. For Best Art, Interior, Gold went to Legend in the Mist Core Book. Best Cartography went to Dolmenwood Maps Book. And Best Community Content went to the Triangle Agency fanzine. I really like seeing that last category. Tabletop RPGs aren't just about the games themselves. They're about the people who gather around them and create something of their own. Now let's move on to some of the games and products. For Best Family Game or Product, a category we're very fond of, Gold went to Dungeons & Kittens Starter Set. Yes, Dungeons & Kittens. We're going to have to look into that one. Best Free Game or Product went to Daggerheart Quickstart Adventure, The Sablewood Messengers. And Best Game went to Daggerheart. That's a pretty big win. Next, Best Layout and Design went to Warhammer, The Old World Role-Playing Game, Player's Guide. And Best Monster or Adversary went to Monsters of Drakkenheim. Somewhere, a dungeon master just found a new way to ruin someone's evening. Let's keep going. For Best Online Content, Gold went to Designing Dungeons course, or How to Kill a Party in 30 Rooms or Less. And honestly, that title sounds less like a course and more like a threat. Best Production Values went to the Crooked Moon Ultimate Edition. For Best RPG-related product, Gold went to the Beyond the Witching Ring, Dolmenwood soundtrack album. And Best Rules went to Daggerheart. So far, Daggerheart and the Crooked Moon are having a very good year. We're almost there. For Best Setting, Gold went to Dolmenwood Campaign Book. Best Solo Game went to Spine, a dark solo TTRPG about losing yourself in a book. And Best Streaming Content went to Get Your Sheet Together, from Derrington Press. For Best Supplement, Gold went to Legend in the Mist, Action Grimoire. And finally, Best Writing went to Making Enemies, Monster Design Inspiration for Tabletop Role-Playing Games, by Keith Ammon. And now we come to the big one. Product of the Year. The Gold Ennie went to the Crooked Moon Ultimate Edition. That's quite a night for the Crooked Moon. And finally, the Fan Award for Best Publisher went to Avantris Entertainment. So congratulations to all of this year's Gold winners. There are some fantastic games on that list, and quite a few that we're going to be checking out ourselves. Now, let's take a closer look at the biggest winner of the night. The Crooked Moon, from Legends of Avantris. The Crooked Moon is a folk horror setting for 5th edition, set in a strange and dangerous land called Druskenwald. Think dark forests, ancient curses, witches, monsters, and the kind of places where you probably shouldn't go wandering after sunset. The setting is built around folk horror, drawing inspiration from old folklore, fairy tales, and classic horror. The book includes new subclasses, species, spells, monsters, magic items, and a massive campaign adventure. It also introduces a system called Fate Weaving, which connects the characters' personal stories to the larger campaign. And apparently, people really liked it. The Crooked Moon took home gold for Product of the Year, along with several other awards. So congratulations to Legends of Avantris. They've created a world where the moon is crooked, the woods are dangerous, and the best advice we can give you is, don't go into the woods. Let's take a closer look at Kung Fu Kitties. The idea actually goes back to the early 80s. Harris, the game's designer, created a cartoon strip called Kung Fu Kitty for his middle school newspaper. Decades later, AI-generated videos of cats performing kung fu brought that old idea back to life. And the timing was perfect. With Dungeon Dunce finished, Red Cape Games was looking for its next game. But this time, it needed to be something completely different. And it needed to stand apart from other tabletop RPGs. The answer was simple. Cats. Kung Fu Kitties. Kung Fu Kitties takes place in a city where the underworld is leaking into our world. Demons can possess anything that's vulnerable. People. Animals. Pretty much anything unfortunate enough to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And if the city falls, the world is next. Fortunately, heaven has a solution. Cats. You see, cats are unknowingly creatures from heaven. They know what's happening. They know the demons are coming. And some of them even train in secret dojos. Where those dojos are located is a carefully guarded secret. Even the humans don't know they exist. In fact, humans are completely oblivious to the entire supernatural war happening right under their noses. The cats, however, know exactly what's going on. Although some of them are still cats. So occasionally, saving the world has to wait. Because there's a bird outside. The game's mechanics are built around feline characteristics. Power, agility, evasion, mobility, endurance, speed, submission, adrenaline, and instinct. Two of the game's most distinctive mechanics are adrenaline surge and instinct. Adrenaline surge lets a kitty unleash a burst of explosive violence. Instinct lets a kitty do something cats have perfected over thousands of years. Leave. Then there are the feats of feline phantasmagoria. These are the mysterious abilities that humans mistakenly dismiss as ordinary cat behavior. Azumi isn't Azumi. It's an ancient martial arts technique. A hairball isn't just a hairball. And a cardboard box is definitely not just a cardboard box. Kung Fu Kitties is designed to let the game master and players decide exactly how serious they want the game to be. But at its heart, it's a Red Cape Games game. A game designed to bring families together for a night of ridiculous, hilarious fighting over the impossible. And if that game continues for weeks, months, years, decades, centuries, or even millennia, they should probably seek professional help. But at least they're together. Kung Fu Kitties will be available in print this September from Red Cape Games. The exact release date is still being decided. So keep your eyes open. And remember, claw first, groom later. And that's a look at what's happening here at Red Cape Games. We've talked about Kung Fu Kitties. We've explored some of the biggest winners from this year's Ennie Awards, and we've discovered that apparently cats have been secretly preparing for the apocalypse this entire time. Who knew? Well, probably the cats. That's going to do it for our first episode of the Red Cape Games experience. We'll be back with more games, more independent tabletop RPG news, and whatever strange things we manage to come up with next. Until then, grab your dice, gather your family around the table, and remember, Red Cape Games. The most fun you'll have fighting with your family.